Over 60 years later, we're still obsessed with John F. Kennedy's assassination, and with good reason. Here are just some of the bizarre facts that have us still wondering what really happened in Dallas that day.
It's been more than 60 years since John F. Kennedy was shot and killed in Dallas. Tried to fill in the blanks. Public curiosity has remained strong, especially with so many government records kept secret for decades. Recently, this topic returned to the spotlight when Donald Trump approved the release of thousands of previously classified documents. These files, linked to the assassination and the investigations that followed, are now available for anyone to study. But do they bring us closer to understanding what really happened that day? Or do they just raise more questions? In this video, we'll explore what these documents contain and what they might mean for one of the most talked about events in American history. Who was John Fitzgerald Kennedy? John Fitzgerald Kennedy was born on May 29, 1917, in Brookline, Massachusetts. Before becoming the 35th President of the United States in 1961, he served in both the U.S. House of Representatives and the U.S. Senate. During his presidency, he dealt with several foreign issues, especially involving Cuba and Berlin. He also signed the Nuclear Test Ban Treaty and started the Alliance for Progress. On November 22, 1963, he was assassinated while riding in a motorcade in Dallas, Texas. Early life: John F. Kennedy, also known as Jack, came from two well-known Irish Catholic families in Boston, the Fitzgeralds and the Kennedys. His paternal grandfather, P.J. Kennedy, made his money through banking and the liquor business. His maternal grandfather, John "Honey" Fitzgerald, was a successful politician who served as both a congressman and the mayor of Boston. Kennedy's mother, Rose Elizabeth Fitzgerald, came from a wealthy background, and his father, Joseph Kennedy Sr., made a large fortune in the stock market after World War I. Later, Joe Kennedy became the chairman of the Securities and Exchange Commission and served as an ambassador to Great Britain. John was the second of 9 children in the Kennedy family. His siblings included Eunice Kennedy, who founded the Special Olympics, Robert Kennedy, who became U.S. Attorney General, and Ted Kennedy, who served as a U.S. Senator for many years. The Kennedy siblings stayed close throughout their lives. Their parents, especially their father, were heavily involved in their upbringing. Joe Kennedy focused on their education and closely monitored their progress, which was uncommon for a father at that time. Joe Kennedy wanted his children to be competitive and driven. He pushed them to succeed in sports like swimming and sailing and criticized anything less than first place. Eunice once said she didn't realize until she was 24 that she didn't have to win something every day. Jack adopted this mindset early on and strongly disliked losing. As a child, Jack was mischievous and struggled with school. He attended Canterbury, a Catholic boarding school in Connecticut, where he did well in English and history but nearly failed Latin. John F. Kennedy transferred to Harvard University in 1936. His academic habits stayed the same. He did well in subjects that interested him. They were rescued 6 days later. Kennedy received the Navy and Marine Corps Medal for his actions and a Purple Heart for his injuries. Kennedy's older brother, Joseph Jr., also served in the Navy but died in 1944 when his plane exploded. Joe Jr. had been seen by their father as the one who might someday become president. The seat was open because James Michael Curley was stepping down. Kennedy's war record, family name, and financial backing helped him win easily. Still, he found Congress dull and frustrating. Despite serving 3 terms, he felt that new members had little room to contribute. Where they were when they heard the news. Over the years, many conspiracy theories have circulated, but the official investigation concluded that Oswald acted alone. While some historians and former presidents had doubts, most accepted the official findings. Public opinion has long ranked Kennedy among the most admired presidents, often placing him alongside Jefferson and link his presidency would have developed, or how history might have changed had he lived longer. Historian Arthur Schlesinger, Jr. compared Kennedy's death to losing Lincoln shortly after Gettysburg or Roosevelt at the end of 1935. One of the lasting symbols of Kennedy's presidency is the idea of Camelot, a term linked to the legend of King Arthur. His wife, Jackie Kennedy, used this comparison after his death. October 26, 2017, President Donald Trump approved access to documents that had been locked away for decades, giving researchers, journalists, and interested citizens the opportunity to examine more details about this important historical moment. Earlier this year, government agencies began releasing a significant number of previously hidden documents. This resulted in thousands of pages of files being made available to the public. These records include reports from intelligence agencies, internal